Good morning, everybody. I am JP, the Outlaw, the voice that makes them moist, and your favorite color commentator, here to give you my review for, what is this, the 8th month? Shit, we're in August the 1st, 2017. SmackDown was fucking phenomenal. Before we even kick the show off. And literally by freaking miles. Forget yards. By miles. SmackDown has Raw beat just on a 2-hour program with solid booking. Solid booking. That's what I'm going to say about this SmackDown. You guys know I'm a big fan of SmackDown. Of course, it's a better show. It's smoother. You don't get a random main event in the third or second hour of the first or second hour of SmackDown, even though they started the show off with clearly a main event match. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens in a United States Championship match, his rematch from last week. Of course, great fucking match. I could watch Kevin Owens and AJ Styles go at it all fucking night. All fucking night. Not one time did I get bored. Not one time did I lose sight of what the fuck was going on in the ring. Good match. Good match all in all. Botch finish. Just to give you the tail end of this, somehow the ref gets his eyesight distorted. AJ Styles was going for something. Kevin Owens reversal. It looked like he was going for the Styles Clash. Kevin Owens reverses, and AJ Styles reverses with a pinup. Kevin Owens was going for the pop-up powerbomb. He goes for a quick roll-up. And next thing you know, after the roll-up, Kevin Owens shot his arm up. Not even, the ref didn't even count the one yet, and his arm was off the mat. Next thing you know, boom. AJ Styles retains his title, and Kevin Owens was literally screwed. Kevin Owens was screwed, and he feels some type of way about it again. I wouldn't be surprised if they do Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon come Survivor Series or WrestleMania. It's a slow build. I didn't think that they would put Kevin Owens in a match with Shane McMahon straight off the bat, because you could do a lot with that storyline. Of course, Kevin Owens, I feel as though, is the perfect antagonist for a general manager or a commissioner. Of course, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon would be the general manager or the commissioner. Anyway, that takes us into a backstage segment. Referee fucked up. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon is trying to figure out what are they going to do next for Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. In comes Kevin Owens. He's pushing the ref. I got screwed. I want a rematch. I want somebody that can fucking see and won't get knocked over every time the wind blows. I feel you, Kevin. I feel you. I've always had a problem with the ref taking a slight bump and being out damn near half the match. And the next thing you know, the fucking other guy who's not supposed to win wins. Now, again, in this scenario, AJ Styles is the other guy. I don't have a problem with AJ Styles having the title. I have a problem with you flip-flopping the title off of AJ Styles as many times as you did already. AJ Styles is a violent champion. He can go in the ring. Kevin Owens, same with him. So, again, Daniel Bryan said, you know what? I got a referee for you. The referee is going to be Shane McMahon at SummerSlam. Shane had the look on his face like, what the fuck are you doing? 5 seconds later, he's like, you know what? I can rock with it. I'll go with that. Kevin Owens is like, no, I don't want fucking Shane. He's a fool. He's the worst one here. Okay. Well, if you want your match at SummerSlam, I'm going to be the referee. You need to chill, calm down, and take a walk. And that's how that segment ends. They come back off commercial break, in-ring segment with the Usos. The Usos comes out and completely takes the New Day's intro. So, wherever the hell they were at, clap for your former tag team champs and feel the power. And out comes the Usos. Right. The Usos, of course, in their rap style promo, literally cut it on the New Day and just talking trash. So you already know going into this is going to be the Usos versus the New Day. I wouldn't mind seeing this match in the beginning of the show. I don't want it. It doesn't belong on the pre-show. And that is my opinion of that. You got Breezango and Tyler Breeze and Fashion Files. This time they were fashion place or some shit like that. Some bullshit. Lake Placid, if y'all remember that. Fashion Plastic, whatever. And good segment. I'm tired of seeing Fandango and Tyler Breeze in this segment. I would rather see them in a match. Let's finally get to the bottom of who fucked up their office. Who the hell took Fandango? Let's finally get to the bottom of it. Because just like any good spinoff, you can't keep milking it. Just saying. You really can't. You can't milk the franchise anymore. And I think Fandango, shit, give them a new case or something. Give them something else other than this funny shit that they're doing. Anyway, Sami Zayn versus Aiden English. I am not a fan of Aiden English at all. You got two performers doing the same gimmick. You got Elias Sampson over there on goddamn Raw. And I like Elias Sampson. Elias Sampson reminds me of either Honky Tonk Man. I would give him Honky Tonk Man only because of the goddamn guitar. Or Jeff Jarrett. Just because you could do so much with that whole guitar angle bullshit. You could do a lot with that. Aiden English, on the other hand, I am not a fan of Aiden English. I think him as a worker on the in-ring ability is great. But I think Aiden English as a charismatic vacuum, like whatever he does, it feels botched, it feels put together, it does not feel fluent, it does not feel natural when it comes to Aiden English, with me anyway. So don't get me wrong, you give him a goddamn moniker as, the Drama King. That right there is like, bro, just get off my TV. Damn near, get off my TV. Because what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And please, why is he picking up wins? He ain't even pick a win up. He didn't even, this is not an interference win. This is a regular win over already made man, Sami Zayn. Which, again, I like Sami Zayn from the jump. At the end of the match, enough about Aiden English. At the end of the match, freaking Mike and Maria comes out, and they're happy that Sami lost the match. Literally said, I'm happy that you lost the match, and walked away. That's it. So, of course, they're looking to extend this rivalry between these two men. That would be Mike Bennett, a.k.a. Mike Kanellis, and Sami Zayn. We get a women's tag match. You had Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Natalya and Carmella. Now, good match. I like what they're doing with the women. I'm hearing rumors, which I will report on later today, about Becky Lynch versus the Cyborg from UFC. So I forget her whole name. But that should be an interesting match if it all goes through. I doubt if they do. Just looking at the SummerSlam card that they're starting to put together now, unfortunately, on the SmackDown side of things. Because Raw pretty much, you already got your marquee matches on Raw. You know what they're going to do. You kind of see where they're going with it. And plus, you got a whole 6 hours to fill up. So that's not bad. I don't want to see SmackDown go to 8 hours. I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see SummerSlam go to 8 hours. SmackDown can go to 8 hours. I enjoy SmackDown product. Backstage segment with Renee Young interviewing Jinder Mahal. She asks if Jinder feels any type of way about the next couple opponents. Oh, forgive me. I apologize. Naomi wins the match with the Rings of Saturn, which of course she will get Carmella. Jesus Christ. Carmella at the end of next week in a match with the women's champion. So that should be interesting. Now we go into a segment with Jinder Mahal and Renee Young. Renee Young says to Jinder, are you nervous about who you will be fighting after this match? And Jinder Mahal basically said, no, I'm not worried about who's gonna be my opponent at the SummerSlam, the biggest party of the year. It really doesn't matter. It really does. If it's the Chinaman or the American, he's doing this for his people of India. So there you go. Same old Jinder shit. You really didn't miss nothing there. Rusev versus Chad Gable. Chad Gable is just as good as they say he is. I don't know why the fuck the machine is not behind Chad Gable. By now, he should be getting a way better push than his counterpart, Jason Jordan. Again, I just had to make a notable mention. This match probably would have got match of the night, but it doesn't matter. He gets second match of the night. Chad Gable put on a hell of a performance along with Rusev, and I would like to see him with more in-ring action. If anybody reminds me of Kurt Angle, it's Chad Gable. Okay, Jason Jordan has Kurt Angle's explosiveness, but Chad Gable has his intensity. Chad Gable has his vigor to go in there and give out a great fucking performance. And that's what he did last night. Rusev sits in the middle of the ring. He says, I have no competition. Everybody's afraid of me. And, you know, I'm going to be on SummerSlam. I want an opponent for SummerSlam, and I'm telling Shane McMahon to give me one right now. Out pops Randy Orton. Randy Orton couldn't even get in the ring. Rusev would not allow him in the ring. Next thing you know, Randy Orton says, you know what? If I was me, I wouldn't let me in the ring. If I was you, I wouldn't let me in the ring either. Rusev allows him to get in the ring. Randy Orton cuts a promo. Rusev responds in all Russian. And in the middle of him saying what he had to say, RKO out of nowhere. So there you go. That sets up their match for SummerSlam. So you got Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United Championship. Special guest referee Shane McMahon. And then you also got, based off tonight, Rusev versus Randy Orton. Okay? Also, Natalya versus Naomi. Natalya versus Naomi for the women's title. So that's the SmackDown side of things. Look like SummerSlam is finally shaping up for SmackDown. Thank God. Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. Great fucking match. If not going down for one of WWE's matches of the year, I know for sure. I like the fact that John Cena put Shinsuke Nakamura over, and that could only be because of the announcement that was made earlier today. Of course, John Cena is going to be taking more time off to go film the movie, okay, spin-off movie for the Transformers Bumblebee. John Cena will be playing a leading role in that movie. Now, with that being said, of course, he's got some time coming to him. Of course, I'm not going to go see that fucking Bumblebee movie. That shit, it sounds boring. It sounds fucked up, and you shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have did it. Leave the Transformers alone. Just like you should have left the Power Rangers alone. Fucking Hollywood got some shit with them, man. Hollywood got some shit with them. I'm going to tell all the kids growing up, if you got a favorite show right now, Hollywood will wait till you're like in your mid-30s or 20s and fuck that whole shindig up. Whatever you thought was a good show back in the day, young people, whoever you are, right now, if you like Regular Show. If Regular Show was a good show to you, they're going to make a movie about it and fuck it up. That's just my opinion on Hollywood.